Welcome to the Retired Trucker. Speaking of trucker, how about truckers of tomorrow? People like me that have retired from OTR trucking and people that are going to, you got to leave the industry to somebody. Hopefully, you will leave it in good hands. So, this is going to be probably a longer video than usual. I got this article from Transport Topics. I'm going to share. It's kind of a long article, but it talks about truckers of tomorrow or tomorrow's truckers, however you want to put it. So let me get this on the screen and we'll go over it. Hold on a second. There we go. Let's see. There we go. Got it. The truckers of tomorrow. How fleets are attracting the next generation of drivers. Like I said, I done passed my keys on to the next generation and everybody else around my age or even 20 years younger. It's not going to be much longer before we'll be passing it on to the next generation. In the years ahead, the essential task of hauling the nation's freight and keeping the economy rolling will increasingly shift to a new generation of professional truck drivers. That is correct. Attracting workers to step into those roles remains a long standing challenge for trucking companies. But somehow fleets will need to bring in younger drivers to keep pace with projected freight growth and offset the wave of retirements headed their way as their existing workforce ages. Exactly. Didn't I just say that a while ago? And I was smart. To accomplish this, fleet operators must find ways to recruit from a broader labor pool and meet the lifestyle preferences and work expectations of future drivers. Two main things come to mind: driver pay and driver respect. Don't treat them like a number or just a seat warmer. Treat them like they're a human and pay them accordingly. Several industry leaders and younger workers expect more from a driving career, including flexible schedules, a clear career path, and sense of belonging. There you go. Ultimately, it's going to come down to culture, work-life balance, and stability. Stability. Why did that thing pop up and took my? There we go. Said Pat Udovich, Chief Human Resource Officer at Less Than Truckload Carrier, A. Dewey Powell. Culture has become king, rightfully so, and we do not see that changing as the next generation comes on board. On the list of drivers' priorities, work life balance has always been a close second to pay, but the younger generation is pushing that level of importance even higher. A growing percentage of candidates and even opting for lower paying jobs with a large amount of home time or flexibility in taking home time, says Chris Pollentz, Vice President of Recruiting at Truckload Carrier Werner Enterprises. Big old mega fleet. Fleets are adjusting their operations and implementing technology to help provide that flexibility. Werner, for one, uses this mobile app to match drivers with their needs. We have a career opportunities tab on our Driver Werner Pro app, allowing drivers to search for existing accounts that meet their work life balance. From there, they can select to be added to those wait lists or talk to a career center specialist at any time to discuss their request. I wonder if it's actually that easy. I tried that, not to mention any names, but the company I was with, I tried for years to get on a regional run, dedicated run, whatever. And 10 years, I was told they don't do anything like that, even though there are regional operations and dedicated operations. But I was always told there is nothing going on. Werner, based in Omaha, ranks number 17 on the Transport Topics 100 list. I went over that yesterday in a video. Dee Dee Cox, Vice President of Human Resources at Old Dominion Freight Line, said the LTL carrier has been getting more creative in planning its driver schedules. That requires open and honest communication regarding the company's and employees' needs. Starting during the interview process, she said, "What is the driver looking for in the long term? Is it okay if the driver is off on Tuesday and Wednesday? Do those days actually work better for home life, or are they looking for a Saturday, Sunday reset?" A Dewey Powell offers LTL and dedicated driving jobs that help prospective candidates align with their schedule outside of work. Getting home daily is a huge sell to many who want to be present for events outside of work, whether it's their kid's baseball game or high school graduation. A Dewey Powell, based in Westchester, Pennsylvania, ranks number 66 on the For Hire Transport Topics 100 list. Despite the push for more home time and flexibility, some young drivers don't mind being out on the road for longer stretches. That's true. Some don't mind being gone for months on end. Other ones want to be home every day or weekly or whatever. I never had that much of an issue with. I'd stay out. Sometimes it's like 3 or 4 months. I didn't care. Didn't have any kids that living at home I have to worry about anymore. So there you go. Andy Turry, a 23-year-old driver who joined Brenny Transportation about a year ago, prefers to be on the road. Turry earned a commercial driver's license at 18 and worked in regional operations until turning 21. Becoming an OTR driver became more enticing because I could live in my truck and get paid. I have saved tens of thousands of dollars. If you're a single man, young man, or single person and don't have any family obligations, yeah, that's the way to do it. Live in the truck. Live in the truck. Save you some money. While it was the pay that initially attracted him to the industry, his appreciation for trucking has expanded beyond that. I'm not doing it for the money anymore. I like being by myself and getting paid to go places I haven't been before. There you go. Based in Findlay, Ohio, let's see, Garner Trucking, based in Findlay, Ohio, is primarily an over the road carrier whose drivers typically spend 45 days overnight in their trucks. CEO Sherry Garner Broombaugh said the company sometimes loses drivers to home daily opportunities, but adjusting freight transportation networks when possible can boost retention. Relaying, slip seating, OTR operations, and drop and hook keep a driver moving and not sitting. Creativity many times brings efficiency to your operations as well. At Garner, we have multiple driving schedules an individual can choose from. Unlike my father's generation that lived to work, this generation and mine is work to live. Pay remains a high priority for drivers, but Brewball has found that experiences also matter to younger employees. The trucking industry should be able to provide both good pay and experience to see the country. Attracting younger drivers. Now, how are the trucking companies going to attract younger drivers to the industry? I don't know. Let's read on and find out. The average age of a new entrant into the trucking industry continues to hover between 35 and 38 years old, but younger people oftentimes are in a better position to take on long haul jobs, said Jeremy Raymer, CEO of Driver Reach, a provider of driver recruiting software. The best time for a worker's willingness to be away from home for extended periods of time is when they're young and have little to no responsibilities or other obligations that would otherwise preclude them from such a working dynamic. Gurney Transportation, which is based in St. Joseph, Minnesota, has focused on recruiting younger drivers and got involved with young driver training program through the Minnesota Trucking Association. We can bring them on locally at 18 years old until they're of the age to leave the state, said company founder and CEO Joyce Brenny, who emphasized the carrier's safety rating and slow, graduated training process. That's not a bad idea right there. Lowering the minimum age for interstate truck drivers from 21 to 18 also could bring more young people into the industry. Yeah, there's mixed feelings about 18-year-old over-the-road drivers. Garner's Trucking Broomball urged carriers to participate in the FMCSA 3-year Safe Driver Apprentice Pilot Program. I think I may have covered that on an article in the past. The Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act requires the FMCSA to establish an apprenticeship pilot program that would allow drivers between the ages of 18 to 20 with an intrastate commercial driver license to operate interstate, but it requires a trucking company to follow rigid rules to participate. While becoming a participating carrier and apprentice trainer can be challenging, Brumbaugh said, if we, as an industry, fail to participate, we will be the barrier ourselves to attracting a younger generation of our beloved trucking industry, she said. I told you it's going to be a long article. We're still going here, so hang with me. Lindsay Trent, president and co-founder of the Next Generation in Trucking Association. What? Founder of the Next Generation in Trucking Association. Haven't heard that one. Said the industry can't wait until potential hires reach the age of 18. Instead, has to find ways to engage young people early in their high school careers. Come on, they're going to tell you about younger than 18. They're getting bombarded from other industries. Welding, plumbing, electricians, and trucking needs to be part of the conversations too. The Gen Z workforce is smaller and skilled trade jobs are growing, she added. Pair that with the aging workforce that is retiring, and that could equal disaster for our future. Next Gen Trucking works with student organizations and presents trucking careers to high school guidance counselors. We have carriers that are high skill, high wage, and high demand. The young people need to be educated about them in order to be attracted to them. One of the challenges is that more teenagers are graduating from high school without a driver's license. Exactly. Kids nowadays will be way in their 20s and don't even have a driver's license now. When I was old enough to get a permit to drive, I went down and got my permit. As soon as the permit requirements was finished, I went and got my driver's license. All that on my close to my 16th birthday. Acquiring a CDL builds upon an individual personal driving record. Trucking companies should work collaboratively with our communities to share the importance of obtaining a driver's license. All right, a more diverse workforce. See how much more we got to go. Man, we got a long way to go in this article. We're going to skip some of this, I think. Women can play a large part in expanding the industry's labor pool. Ellen Boyd, founder of Women in Trucking, said women represent nearly 14% of all over-the-road drivers, and she expects that number to increase. More and more women are seeing the opportunity to earn a middle-class income while being able to travel. Next Gen's Trucking Trent said young people need to see female role models in trucking and know they are welcome in the industry. Yes, they are always welcome in the industry. Bull believes there will be more Hispanic drivers and more drivers from Eastern European countries. They're having a lot of refugees enter the country, and we can embrace their customs and accommodate them. We can train them to become professional drivers. All right, then. The advance of technology in the trucking industry can be a valuable tool for attracting new employees. We have an on-site career fairs is important to potential hires to see the equipment they will be working with. Wow. The next generation has a higher expectation on how connected they are to their company, whether it's company apps, in-cab communications, or ways for families to stay connected without them while they're on the road. Younger people are increasingly interested in career progression opportunities. Gen Z wants to see defined career paths and what you will do as a company to invest in your employees and their future. Jim Meyer, Senior Director of Media Relations and Network Communications at UPS, said the company fills most of its driver positions by training and promoting from within. Wow, after some time on that road, they can bid and train for full-time positions as drivers. UPS ranks number one on the For Hire Transport Topics 100. Wow. That is crazy, man. What do you think? They're just trying to get these newer drivers, younger drivers coming in. Isabella Johnson, 18, recently earned her CDL and works at Concrete Products in Rhinelander, Wisconsin. She doesn't plan to work in over the road trucking right now, but might someday. And thought a CDL would give her flexibility. I work with big machinery and I want to be able to haul whatever I want, whenever I need it. There you go. Company culture is essential to attracting and retaining drivers who want to feel like they are part of the team. They deserve information about what is happening, changes that are coming, and how the company is doing. Sometimes I think that aspect can be overlooked as we get caught up in the day to day, but it's essential. Drivers know what is going on with the company and know they play a crucial role in the success. Brenny has found that younger workers are tired of hierarchies. I'm not saying they shouldn't earn their stripes, but they want it known that they have a voice and are part of the team. I think a lot of that has to do with middle management. Handle your middle management like your dispatchers, fleet managers, load planners, and all that that seem to think of the drivers as second class citizens. I've seen it in the past, and no respect for the drivers. Just want them to do as they say, and whether you like it or not. Many members of Gen Z also seek out opportunities to give back to society. Brittany Transportation taps into that what with its Hall of Fame, which highlights essential products the company has hauled. So I think that's about it. Now, I told you, I'm trying to warn you, it's a long article, probably going to be a long video, I imagine. And, but it's Saturday, so if I can just listen to this driving down the road. And so let me know down in the comment section what y'all think about this. Are you getting ready to retire, come off the road, slow down, whatever, and you're going to give it to the next generation? I don't know. Is it going to work? It's going to be a whole different trucking industry by the time 20 years is up, if not sooner. So I appreciate everybody watching. Everybody have a good day. Stay safe.